Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. I want to speak with you today briefly about integral wellness. I have created a little formula to help you think about your own integral wellness, what it will take for you to get there, for you to feel well, and for you to really truly be well and fully functioning, even in the face of difficulty or distress. I have been really working towards integral wellness for nearly 25 years of my life. It's hard for me to imagine that, but it is true because it was 25 years ago that I had what I call an emotional meltdown, or coming close to an emotional breakdown. You may have heard my story. At that time, I ended up in bed for 10 days. I had lost my peripheral vision and I was emotionally unwell and really integrally unwell. I was heavier, I was stressed, I was a type A, I was lived in anxiety, I was on medication, all the things, all the markers of being not that functionally well. I got on a journey at that point asking myself one question: what do I need to do to feel better than this right now? This taught me something that really led to my mindset transformation impact space, and that is I just want to feel better than this is a simple idea. It was a thought that I had in my mind, one thought, one step on the way to more than that. So, better than this. What do I need to do to feel better than this right now? And the answer was change my mind and change my thoughts. And so, learning about mindset transformation, really integrating what Wayne Dyer said, which was change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. That was the beginning of my journey. And so, everything I do in teaching and coaching and all my work, writing, speaking, etc., is based on my own personal experience. And so I start things with mindset transformation. So I want to share a tool, a graphic that I designed to have you learn about this particular model. So you can see this type, this is a type of a Venn diagram, a vertical Venn diagram. And the core, the inner core, part one, as you can see on my screen, starts with mindset transformation at the bottom there. That's the core, that's the inner core where we can be in charge, be in control, get in control of the thoughts that we think, and therefore get in control of the mind. When you get more in control of your thoughts, you begin to understand mindset transforming from perseverating difficult negative thoughts, then that leads to a better sense of emotional control. Because from the mindset transformation, you begin to ask, how do I want to feel? What do I want? What do I need? And all of that is the emotionality of the humans that we are. So I called this emotional control. You might call it self-regulation. And it does come back to our own autonomic nervous system, where we can be off balance, out of control in what we call the sympathetic, the fight, flight, or freeze mode, right? And where we want to come back into balance through the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest, digest, and restore. And so that's where what I call the emotional control factor of the formula is. Once we get into that sense of emotional control where I can feel in charge of myself, then we go into part three, which is what I call body reformation, reforming the physical body. How did I come to this? I did it myself. In those days, I was honest to God, 25, 30, 35 pounds heavier than I am even today, even though I was much younger then. And I really did not tend to my body shape at all. I was in stress all the time. I had the cortisol pumping. I ate badly from feeling, emotionally unwell and out of control. As I began to get more in control of my mind in the mindset transformation and more in charge of my emotional control, balancing the nervous system using all the great mind body practices and feeling better, then I was more confident to be able to say, I want to strengthen my body. I was never huge. I was never, I mean, I was overweight, but I'm tall and kind of big boned. So it's not like you looked at me and you thought, she's obese or anything like that. But that wasn't the thought that I had. What I what I said to myself, what I felt was, I want to feel stronger in my body. And that was the beginning of getting in charge of myself, getting off medication, getting to the gym, committing to walking in those days, being out in nature, etc. And then as I turned 50, I said to my daughter, I want to learn how to use weights in the gym. And the personal trainer that she was happy to help me do that. And I've been working out with weights ever since. And that's why I talk about body reformation. My confidence went up incrementally and then higher and higher, faster and faster as I began to reform my body. Now, I'm not talking about becoming thin or anything about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about strengthening the core, strengthening your physical core, and then strengthening your muscles, men or women or them. Anything, and however you identify yourself, we all need to tend to our bones, to our muscles, and to our physical body. But it's hard to do that when you are emotionally down or mentally depressed. Once you begin to tend to your body, you're kind of chugging along, you're kind of moving along, you're on a march. And when you do that, often you get outside more. And then, without a doubt, if you find that you are able to be outside more, you are going to find spirit and you are going to come into soul connection. I can only say this is 100% true and real, and I am the living, breathing example of this. Soul connection is the basis of what moved me forward in an integrally well way. It got me out of an old, difficult place, and I began to trust myself more, have more faith, believe it more in the good, in the possible. That's how my coaching tagline, my Confident Life coaching tagline became Imagine the Possibilities. Because when you are in soul connection, I also call this connected to self energy, connected to yourself, able to be loving of yourself, less judging of yourself, more positively oriented towards yourself, aka the soul, less in the negative judgment inner critic space, then you can feel more soul connected. And then if you look at that diagram, the whole soul connection goes all the way around. It's like hugging everything. It's like hugging all the other parts. And that's really the most beautiful place to be. It is the basis of integral wellness. It is the basis of feeling well, doing well, being well, and really able to manage and withstand the difficulties that we're faced with in life. So this is just a brief discussion for you on what I call integral wellness. These are the 4 parts of my formula. You add that, plus that, plus that, plus that, and you get integral wellness. Why is integral wellness important right now? Because when life is hard, When you are sitting in a trauma of the day, when you are feeling in that space of difficulty, it takes strength to be able to say, I got this. And not only do I have this, but we have this, and we need to have this for the future generations. Okay, friends, this is something that I love to talk about. I speak about it, I write about it, I teach it, I coach on it. If there's anything that I can do for you to help you find and feel integral wellness, please contact me. I can help you with that, and I want to help you with that. Thank you.